Good morning. I wanted to come to you, trail riders, this morning. Our channel is not all about training horses. It is about what is going on in the world as far as trail riding goes. And what I'm going to talk about here this morning can be a little bit touchy. And I'm not saying these things to piss people off. I'm saying this to help keep you safe. And we have some customers, and they went on a trail ride here recently. We got the call on it last night. There was 7 ladies on a trail ride. One lady had 2 Aussie dogs that went with them. Now look, in a lot of our videos we shoot, you'll see 2 Jack Russell Terriers. You'll see Zeke laying around, our fat dog. And, we're not against dogs. Those dogs are loose in this barn whenever we're training. We kind of do that on purpose to let the horses know there are dogs and other things around. So, what I'm trying to say is, one of the Aussie dogs stayed right beside the lady that owned it. Stayed right beside her horse, just went along down the trail just as polite as you could be. The other Aussie dog was running everywhere. Now look, we sit here and we have been waving the safety flag for 11 years, ever since we started doing videos. We are talking about constantly here having control of your horse. It's very important to have control of your horse so that you are safe. If you have dogs and you want them to go with you, you need to get control of your dogs. Because one of those dogs spooked a horse and the lady went off and got hurt. We know of another lady in the past that had been out with people who had dogs. It spooked her horse. She come off, broke her hip, and ended her riding. It ended her trail riding. These are serious things that need to be said. And for those of you that know me, I'm very direct, so I'm trying to be somewhat politically correct here. And that's kind of hard for a guy like me. But I used to partner with a gentleman on some horses. Every time we went riding, them damn labs were there with us. I would be in the back trying to work a colt, watching these dogs. It wasn't so much they popping out of the brush and stuff. It's they would come out of the brush, and I mean get that close to them horses' back feet, get underneath the horses, do everything. We are training horses. These horses that we were riding were not seasoned trail horses. We had one horse in particular that dog, and I was watching it, it kept getting up underneath Joy's horse. And finally, Joy's horse had had enough and hauled off and kicked the hell out of that dog. It almost pissed him off. Well, what do you want her to do? She's riding a horse in training. You've got a dog underneath its feet. What do you expect the horse to do? I can tell you right now, if that dog kept getting underneath my feet, I'm going to kick him too. Because he's not going to make me fall down. We kind of have a problem here. People come sit down and our Jack Russells keep jumping on them. I'm getting sick of that. These dogs are going to start being polite and well-mannered dogs. Just like my horses. I sit here and I constantly go on about get on your horse, flex your horse, sit there, don't go nowhere. And when you do, politely take a step and just walk off. These are the very basic things. It amazes me that people don't do them. Not even with their dogs. Not even with their dogs. Whenever, the lady's horse was fine with it. When you are with other people, it's not about you. It's not about you and your dog. It's about everybody else that you're riding with. As far as I'm concerned, this lady had no regard for anybody else on that trail ride other than what she wanted. And that was her dog running around like an idiot and getting somebody hurt. I'm going ahead and saying this because I've run into this so many times. I'm not against dogs going with us on a trail ride if they act like they got some sense and are not going to get me hurt or anybody else hurt. Think about it. If you want your dog with you and your dog acts like that, when you go out riding by yourself, by all means, take the damn thing. Because then if anybody gets hurt, it's you. It's nobody else. But when you go with other people, let's try to be respectful. If you don't have control of your dog, don't go with 6 other people trail riding and take that dog with you. This is common sense, which is something I think is lacking throughout this country. Unbelievable. So I wanted to come and point this out, and I hope I didn't offend anybody. But if I did, chances are you're the one I needed to talk to. So anyway, have a great day. We're fixing to go to work.